Hello everyone and welcome to my channel Zen Within Yoga with Michelle. Today I have a practice for you which is a energy clearing slow flow. So just a great practice to move through anything that's been stuck or stagnant or toxic in the body, and we will be incorporating some pranayama breath work with each movement, with each flow. So just really focusing on moving out, clearing out, again, anything that's been stuck or stagnant of energy or just anything negative that's been held in your body or even in your mind, and just giving you the opportunity to flush it out as we flow through this. For props today, I'll be incorporating 2 blocks. All right, we're going to get started in our first pose, which is a hero pose, and we're going to be using one of the blocks here. So we'll come to bring that block in between the ankles and at the flat level, and then just come to sit back on that, and not having the knees too wide, pretty much having them aligned with your hips, but not where you're feeling the hip flexors being compromised. So finding a placement that just feels good for you here. Good, and resting the hands on your thighs. Lengthen up nice and tall through the crown of your head, soften through the shoulders, and then a slight tuck of your tailbone. And we're just going to take a pause here to checking in with your energy. Noticing within your body where there has been some stuck or sticky or stagnant energy, and setting an intention for yourself to allow that energy to move out, move through and out your body. And let's take a cleansing breath. Inhale through the nose, send the breath all the way to your low belly, the low back, the hips, and an open mouth exhale. Good. And then we'll start with this cat and cow here in our hero pose. So inhale, rocking your chest forward as you draw the shoulders back. And then exhale, rounding through the spine, belly button to spine, chin to chest. And then incorporating your breath here, we'll do 4 rounds of cleansing breath. So inhale. And then as you come back into your cat, exhale, open mouth. Inhale forward. Exhaling it back. And now just taking a few flows here with your natural flow of breath in and out through the nose. Really try to lengthen and extend through the spine, open up the chest, and then reverse, rounding through the spine. Let's take this one more flow. And now from here, come into tabletop. We're going to keep the block there as we'll come back to sit on it. By just coming into your tabletop, stacking your hips over knees, shoulders over the wrist, fingers spread nice and wide. And now taking a few flows of cat and cow here. And again, using your cleansing breath for the first 4 rounds. So inhale, drop the belly, reach the heart forward. And then exhale, open mouth. Coming into your cat, round the spine. Inhale into cow. Open mouth, exhale, cat. And now taking a few more rounds, and again, just with your natural flow of breath in and out through the nose. One more flow. Coming into neutral spine, lifting the head, neutral neck here, and just take a few moments here to check in. Notice what's happening through the body. Noticing any energy shifting, moving. Take a cleansing breath. Good. And now tucking your toes under. We're going to take a little flow here. We're going to inhale, send the hips back towards the heels. And then exhale, rocking forward and just slightly bringing the shoulders a little over the wrist. And then inhale, coming back, really stretching through the glutes. Exhale, forward. Make sure that your fingers are spread nice and wide and you're really grounding down through the hands. And let's bring in our cleansing breath. So open mouth exhale here. Inhaling it back. Open mouth exhale. Two more. Coming into our tabletop, untuck the toes, and now we'll come back to sit on our block in hero pose. So you may need to move your block back. Good. And then let's just work out the wrist a little bit, make some tight fists and rotate through the wrist. Good. And then open and close the hands, the fingers a few times. Moving any energy that's been stuck here in the hands. Perfect. And then release the hands down, coming into a side bend. Bring the right palm to the floor. Reach that left arm up and over and keep pressing down through that left hip. Nice side body stretch into the left side ribs. Let your head be heavy. Take a big breath into that left side body. Open mouth, exhale. Good. And then inhale, float up, and then we're going to flow right over to the left side, pressing down through that right hip, reaching through the right fingers to the left side. Big breath in, big breath out. Inhale, come back to center. We'll float right back over to the right side again. Full breath here. Open mouth, exhale. Inhale to center. Float over to the left side. Big breath in. Big breath out. Inhale back to center. This time, let's reach the arms all the way up. Palms of the hands are going to come together. Exhale, bring the hands to the heart. Press the thumbs into your sternum, lifting your heart. Closing the eyes, taking a moment to check in, noticing the energy flowing through your body. Taking a cleansing breath. Coming back into our tabletop. This time you can take your block out and put it in front of you. So having both blocks out in front of you. Perfect. And now tucking the toes under, we will come back into a downward facing dog. Or I shouldn't say come back into. We're going to make our way into downward facing dog. So when you're ready, pressing the hips up and back. And then just walking it out here, Lifting one heel up and sinking the other as much as you can. And just really making any movements here that feel good, creating some flow through the body. And then let's bend the knees generously, lift your heels up, sending your heart back towards your thighs, pressing out of your wrist as you press your upper body back, tailbone up towards the sky. Take a big breath in here. Open mouth, exhale. And now sinking the heels towards the floor, straightening the legs as much as you can. And taking a big breath in here. And now we're going to inhale, rock ourselves forward, coming into a plank. And then exhale back, downward facing dog. Open mouth, exhale. Inhale forward to plank. Exhale back, downward facing dog. 2 more. Inhaling forward plank. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Last one. Beautiful. And then rolling onto the balls of the feet, rock yourself forward. And then we're going to lower the knees to a mat, coming into child's pose here. So big toes come together, widen your knees, send those hips right back to the heels, and take a rest here. Take a pause. You can have the arms extended all the way out in front of you, or bending the elbows and stacking one hand on top of the other. Take a cleansing breath as you breathe into your back, your belly. Coming to that place of noticing what you feel here within your body. Maybe some heat, some energy shifting, moving. And we'll take one more breath here. And then coming back into tabletop. And we're going to step that right foot in between the hands, coming into a low lunge. So this is where you can bring in your blocks if you have them available. Maybe adjusting your pants. Good. And then we're going to sink the hips forward and doing your best to have that front knee stacked over the ankle. And lifting the upper body up. So not rounding forward, not being heavy here. We want to be able to shift the energy throughout the whole body, clearing the energy out. So we want to open up the chest, roll the shoulders back. So that may mean if you have your blocks, you can readjust the height of your blocks to give you the support to lift the upper body up. And we're going to take a cleansing breath here. And then taking 3 breaths just in and out through the nose. Feeling the stretch in that left hip flexor. And now we're going to shift the hips back, coming onto that right heel, half splits. And you can bring the blocks back with you if you need, or keep them where they were. What I want you to focus on is sending those hips back, stretching into that hamstring. And again, draw the shoulders back. Keep the chest open. Let's take a cleansing breath. Three breaths in and out through the nose only. Now we're going to incorporate these two poses and making a little flow here. So we're going to inhale, come into your low lunge, opening up the chest. And then exhale, open mouth exhale, coming into half splits. Two more times. Inhale forward into your low lunge. Open mouth, exhaling it back. Last one, inhaling up forward. Open mouth, exhaling it back. Good. Making our way back into tabletop. You can shift back into that low lunge. Bring your blocks back out in front. And bring that right leg back. And then we'll go to the other side. So stepping that left foot through. Making your way into your low lunge on this side. Opening up the chest, drawing the shoulders back, sinking the hips forward and down. Taking that cleansing breath. Three breaths in and out through the nose only. And coming into our half splits on this side. Send those hips back, flexing that left foot. This side might feel a little tighter. Typically, we have one side of the body that is tighter than the other. So just noticing that and taking your cleansing breath. Three breaths in and out through the nose. And then coming into our flow, inhale into low lunge. Make sure that you hold here enough time to open up your chest. And then open mouth, exhale it back, half splits. Inhaling it forward. Exhaling it back. Two more times. And coming back into your lunge just to shift, transition back into your tabletop. Mm. Cleansing breath. And now making our way into an easy seated pose. Turn to face you. And having one leg in front of the other, so not having the ankles stacked, but just one shin in front of the other. Good. Take an inhale, lengthen up nice and tall, and coming into Sufi grinds, you're going to bring your upper body forward and then shifting over to the right and then bringing it back. Really bring that belly button to the spine, chin to chest, and then over to the left side. And as you go from one side, really press down through the opposite side. So we're shifting over to the right, press down through that left knee and left hip. And then as you come around, doing the same thing the opposite way. And either taking this really slow or speeding it up, whichever has you feeling most into the body and that you feel it's supporting in clearing out, shifting, moving anything that's been stuck or stagnant, especially here in the hips and the low back. And then the next time you come forward, just shift going the other direction. Taking one more full flow here. And then coming all the way back up. Let's switch the crossing of our legs. Good. And now dropping your chin to your chest. And then gently bringing the head over to the right, right ear, right shoulder. And then lowering the chin back down to the chest and gently over to the left. So taking some half circle rolls here and just continuing that, going from one side to the next. Clearing out anything that's been stuck or stagnant here in the neck. And then if it feels good, maybe you take a full circle, only if it feels good. And taking a few more, continue with the half circles. And if you were doing full circles, reverse, go in the other direction. And then let's all meet again with the chin in towards the chest, sitting up nice and tall. Draw the shoulders back and down. Take a cleansing breath into the back of your throat, the back of the neck. Open mouth, exhale. And bringing the head back up to center. Take a pause, let the shoulders relax. Take a big breath in. Big breath out. And then opening the eyes, we will shift our way down onto our backs. So lowering yourself down, bring the knees into the chest, taking the knees wide and rocking a few times side to side. Good. And then send your feet up towards the ceiling, holding onto the backs of the thighs. Point and flex through your feet. Rotate through the ankles. And then bending the knees, lowering your feet to your mat, coming into Shavasana, making it a very wide open Shavasana as we want to give the body full permission and availability to really clear out all that stagnant energy. And once you get settled, take a full body cleansing breath. And visualize all that stagnant, stuck energy that was held in the body, like little particles just floating, leaving the body. So floating out into space. And then tuning in and noticing all the new, fresh energy that is flowing through your body. And letting it integrate into every cell, every fiber, every part of your body. And the same thing with your mind and with your thoughts, just letting all those stagnant, sticky, negative thoughts that have maybe been lingering for a while, just let those go. Imagine them just floating out, leaving the mind, the consciousness, the unconsciousness. And just allowing positive, pure, uplifting thoughts. And taking a full body breath in and a full body breath out. And bringing some movement back into your body. Wiggle the fingers, your toes, your wrists, your ankles. Gently rocking your head side to side. Bring the legs in together. Reach the arms back behind you. Nice full body stretch. And then bringing everything into a little ball. Just keep your head rested on your mat, hugging the knees in, taking a few rocks side to side. And then rolling over to one side and making your way up to a seated pose. Good. And closing the eyes, let's have the hands, palms facing up, hands resting on the knees. Tuning in, noticing all of this good energy flowing through your body. And with all of this goodness flowing through your body, now allowing it to extend out of you and into your space and into the rest of your day. Taking one more cleansing breath. Bringing the palms of the hands together at the heart, bowing our heads. Thank you so much, my friend, for taking this time for you. I truly hope that your body and mind feel this clearing and are filled with new, fresh energy and positivity to take into your life. From my heart to yours, namaste. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. If you enjoyed this practice and it really served your body and your mind, give it a like, leave me a comment. I'd love to hear from you. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, hit the subscribe button, and also share this video with somebody else that you know that could benefit from this. And I look forward to practicing with you again soon.